What's up, guys? I got a good question asked the other day about how to be more aggressive in jiu-jitsu. And the way the question was asked, I'm not sure if it was meaning just pure jiu-jitsu or for MMA. So I'll do a little bit of both, I guess. But I am an MMA channel. I mostly talk about MMA, so I'll start with it. I think the way to be more aggressive in jiu-jitsu specifically for MMA is you have to know how to scramble. You have to know how to wrestle. I know wrestling and jiu-jitsu are two different sports, but there's obviously a lot of similarities in certain positions in different areas of both of them. And you have to be able to scramble if you're going to be aggressive, because for MMA it's all about Nogi. In Nogi, the Scrambler is the king. Just like in wrestling, the Scrambler is the king. It's hard to lock people in some of these positions, like leg lock positions, like half guard positions when you're sweating a lot, when you can get punched in the face, when there's other variables besides just jiu-jitsu and a gi or something, right? So you need to be able to scramble. The scrambler, the guy for MMA, you need to be able to scramble. You need to go for neck attacks, because what works in MMA, jiu-jitsu wise, all you gotta do is watch fighting. You see what works. A lot of neck attacks do work. I'm not saying arm bars don't work. I'm not saying leg locks don't work, but neck attacks are a very high percentage in MMA. So I would say try to be on top, scramble, when you're on bottom, you need to work your sweeps. Not as many submissions. You need a few submissions. Maybe pick two or three submissions from the bottom, and work your work 4 or 5 different sweeps. You need thousands of reps of these moves, but I would say pick a few submissions, maybe 3 tops from the bottom that you really want to master, and drill these 3, and then work a lot of sweeps. You want to be on top if you're in an MMA fight. You do not want to be on bottom, guys. Not saying you can't win from the bottom, but it's still low percentage, and you can land punches from the top easier. There's just more options from the top. So I would say you need to work on your scrambling. You need to work on your ability to be the one on top. Those are the 2 main things. And then you can be as aggressive as you want in your neck attacks, passing guard. You can be aggressive from the top better than you can from the bottom, unless somebody just stays in your close guard. And once again, that's also if they're not punching you. If they're punching you in the face, a lot of this changes. So just be the top guy. And the same thing or similar thing in just doing pure jiu-jitsu. If you're just doing jiu-jitsu, if you're doing no-gi, I can't really speak on gi, guys. I don't roll gi. I haven't rolled gi in 12 years. So really, I can't give any advice on it. But no-gi, you need to scramble. The scrambler wins the majority of the time. You can get in entanglements. If you're drilling leg locks and stuff like that, you need to make sure the technique is perfect, and you will be able to, with enough reps and enough drilling, you'll be able to hold people in these positions even in no-gi, because a lot of no-gi tournaments as well, people wear shirts and they're not completely that sweaty. You can get arm bars, you can get good moves, but I would say make sure if you're doing no-gi or MMA, you need to work on your scrambling. You need to be able to scramble. You need to be able to sweep and get on top. You need to be able to get overhooks. You need to be able to get body whizzers. You need to be able to do wrestling switches. You need to be able to have, like I said, 4 or 5 different sweeps. You just need options to save you if you get in bad positions, and then you can go for stuff. The little rule in jiu-jitsu is position before submission. So make sure you're in good positions first. You want to be in good positions. And if you miss these submissions, you don't want to be stuck in a bad position. So you need to work on attacks that you're doing to give yourself a way out if they don't work, because sometimes they don't work. Some people fight harder than others. They're hard to finish. They scramble a lot. So you're going to get in these positions where you go for something and you don't get it. You just want to make sure you're not stuck on bottom in a bad position. So set your drilling up and your practice up where when you do a move, if you don't get it, you give yourself an exit strategy. Position before submission. Just my advice, guys. All right, any other subjects or anything you'd like for me to talk about, or any questions you have, just leave a comment below. And if you're looking for a book or a guide to getting a gym near you, get my book, The Ultimate Guide to Choosing Your Martial Arts School and Instructor. Link is in the description below. Thank you, guys.